to my channel and welcome finally. I have in my hot little hands finally got everything I need for my very first Heaven and Earth design. Alright, now this is the pattern that I'm doing, that one here. It's called May the Road, I think it's called May the Road, but it's basically May the Road Rise to Meet You. It is my Irish prayer, greeting, farewell at the end of most of my videos. And as I was trolling through Heaven and Earth design website for days trying to find something that I could do, I saw this, loved it, and this is what I'm doing. But there is a big but. The poem that the artist Cari Buziak, hang on, I had it up on a Cari Buziak, the words that she uses is wrong from my point of view. So she's written down, may the road rise to meet you, which is correct. May the wind always be at your back, which is correct. May the sun shine warm upon your face, which is correct. May the rain fall soft upon your fields, that's correct. Her last line though, she says, and may the road always lead you home. Now I add, my ending to that is, and my God hold you in the palm of his hand. So I have worked out all of my letters and they will fit with may God hold you in the palm of his hand. However, I need to create a P and a G. I think they're the two letters that I'm missing. I have written it down somewhere. I think on a Google Doc. I literally wrote it out and ticked off every single letter and went, you're in here, and the word is in two letters. So I ordered my easy guide from Color Cascade because my local stitch shop didn't have it, and it's here. And that should be everything I now need. I'm terrified that something is going to go wrong. Okay, so this is, I know, it's 25 count. It is Easy Guide fabric. It's got squares. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's 10. And this is 25 count. I'm slightly confused. Okay. But it's 25 counts, 25 threads per inch. Okay, well that's correct. Okay. I think that's doable without me going blind. I'm scared. Alright, so it's been overlocked. It is Zweigart. It is 17 by 28, and I think the reason why it's 17 by 28 is because it's 25 count. I did the conversion. So let me go back to the site. I did the conversion on one of my cross stitch apps where you plug in, you know, your calculations and stuff. So it's a finished design of 344 by 426. I'm gonna have to make sure my orientation is correct on this or I'm screwed. Which is 13 3/4 wide by 17 inches high on 25 count fabric. Okay, so yes, I have got plenty. There are 89 colors in this chart. Like, seriously? Okay, I will show you a big picture of this as I'm blabbering. Now, I had a couple of faux pas with my ordering. I normally order for the Aussies in the audience. This is all ordered off Australian sites. And I normally order off a site called Itchy Stitchy. Itchy Stitchy actually charge 99 cents. Yeah, 99 cents for a DMC. Color Cascade said that they charge 75 cents, but I think it is temporary in on their site. So yeah, it's not going to be a permanent thing by any means. So I was short from my Itchy Stitchy order, and I ordered these from Color Cascade. I added them into my order, and Tammy was my person that I liaised with there. And then she also said that she was short on a couple of the colors, so I had to go to my local needle store, and I got the remaining balance. And I'm hoping what I did is correct. So I've literally, I also bought a bug. The bug is, if you push this little lever, look at that. It lights up his head. It is actually a needle threader though. And as you poke the thingamajiggy up, the needle threader comes into that space. And you can see, and there is a little cutter on the side, like a tiny cutter on the side. I've used it a few times and then it gets kind of useless. So yeah, not brilliant, but having a light in the threader is really kind of cool. So you can print these or download them in advance of you ordering your head. So this is your floss list. So there's 89 colors here. I printed it off. And I marked off everything on this that I could get from Itchy Stitchy. So it left me with, I don't know, maybe a dozen that they didn't have in stock. And then I've got the pattern. Now the pattern I need to basically cut up. I need to print a couple of copies off, and I need to cut it. Well, potentially I need to cut it. But it is on Pattern Keeper too, so I need to know where my start position is on the line, and I need to know where my start position is on the second line, because that second line of the last line is actually much longer, so it's actually got to go right across to that below the and then I have to somehow create a shape that's going to look in keeping with the P and a capital G within the Celtic kind of thing, and in keeping with the size and all of that kind of jazz. So I have to get pen and paper and my graph paper out to do something there. Or I could actually use Stitch Fiddle and work online, perhaps. There are a couple of the alternatives. But yeah, I've got a head. So I've got to go through all my floss, make sure I've got everything. Itchy Stitchy are really good. The list that they give you, when you order and you put things into your cart, that's how your cart then reads. So it doesn't shuffle it around or anything. So if I put in 550 and then I put in 3865, it's going to be 550 3865. You know, and it's not going to then put 666 into the middle. So I know that everything that I've got, you know, should be in the order that I've put it into the cart. And then they also invoice you, and you can double check that everything is there, and yeah, it's all kinds of cool. This is a reusable envelope, so I can actually reuse this and send it to me. And Itchy Stitchy also have an option, which is really cool. So reusable envelope, and this is the plastic free option that I have actually shown you before, but because the plastic free option is there, it doesn't come in a plastic bag, it comes in the tissue, and you know, it helps kind of save the environment, I suppose. What? In a minute. Watch it on your iPad for now. So yeah, Angela put this in the mail for me. It's a Hayed kit, and I'm not going to go through it with you on camera or anything. I'm just going to make sure that everything is there. I need to get my floss organized. I don't know if I'll put them into my floss away bags or just into these. These are my snap bags. For size, the snap bags are actually not the full-size sandwich, so that is a rectangle. The sandwich bags are more square. So these, size-wise, are 15 by 9. And it's very, very similar in size to the floss away bags. But the thing with the floss away is that they've got holes, which you could put a hole punch through these. It's not a problem. So I've got to put everything into the bags. I've got to number everything. I've got to get a project bag. I'm running low. Yeah, I've basically got to kit this up. Now, what I will do, because this is generally how I work my projects, because I've got all of that letter with the dogs, the color is in the dogs, and then the text is a few colors, all right, and a few of the darker colors, but there's maybe, oh no, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's lots of colors in the letters, but I'll keep the colors for the letters maybe separate, and that's like a Ziploc bag, bigger Ziploc bag, keeping them separate, and then the rest of the colors in that dog thing will be what I actually have as my working kind of model, if that makes any sense. You know, so I'll probably do the dogs first and then go into the words later. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if this gives me a full total of stitches. It did tell me the multiplications, all right, but how many is that? No, so it doesn't give me a running total of stitches, but it's, you know, it's a lot. I don't think it's full coverage. I could be wrong. I'd have to, no, it's not full coverage. So the canvas is going to be showing through, so I may or may not, because I need the easy guide. There's no way I'm going to be able to count this properly without the easy guide. I may or may not post dye the canvas, so maybe make it a bit more kind of parchmenty, sort of, I don't know, a little bit scary dyeing with the fabric in it, because I've got to wash out the lines and then I've got to dye over the colors that I've already got. So color wise, it's, I mean, you can tell it's quite orange. Quite orange. But then, you know, the dogs are orange and gold, so not really surprising. Yeah, I'm a little bit yikes. I have a head and 89 colours to go through. Oh, and I also have my cone of 310, of which there is some in this, so I will need to, what do I need? 310. Well, it's only one skein, so it's not much, so I can cut a chunk and add that in. So yeah, I will go through this nice and methodically, though. As I say, you really don't need to watch me kitting and sorting and all that kind of jazz. Oh, actually, I got 310. Oops. I think that was before I had bought the cone. Yeah, wish me luck. It's like, if I was to do a bag a minute, it will still take me an hour to do that. I still would love to do a max color something or other. I just haven't found my dream cross stitch yet. In all likelihood, it's probably going to be a Randall Spangler. It was the only one that was really jumping off the page at me, but in saying that, I did not troll through over 2,000 pages to see absolutely everything that Michelle has converted. And oh my god, she released new pictures last weekend, and it was just like, oh, there's some really pretty stuff, like some seriously pretty stuff in there this weekend that's brand new. So if you're interested and you haven't fallen down the rabbit hole of Heaven and Earth design, see you in a couple of months. heavenandearthdesign.com. Sorry, it's heavenandearthdesigns.com. It has got the S on the end. So, yeah, just type it into Google and Google will find it for you. So, yeah, it seriously is a minefield. They have 3 or 4 different versions, okay, when you look at the pattern. So you've got mini, which is a condensed version. You've got regular, you've got max color, and then you've got color expansion. Okay, now you can get material packs in some. I don't know how they work out value wise. Michelle did put a photo of her studio in the other week, and it's all cones and it's all around the wall, and it's like, oh, color heaven. It's just amazing. So you could get the material pack, and the material packs I think are on hand if they're on the site. Now when it comes to buying your PDF pattern, right, there are 2 versions. There is a regular and there is a large. The large is only a large print. It's not bigger in size or anything else. It's just for those who like having something that's big and in your face. It's only large print. It's like getting a large print book out of a library. That's the only difference between regular and large in PDF. Okay, so the thing is the same. Now I put that pattern even onto Pattern Keeper, and it was like that. 90 colors, bang, done. I don't have to do anything else. And it was just like, oh, this is exactly what Pattern Keeper is for. It's so easy. I have found it an absolute joy to work with on Harry Potter. Well, actually everything. I've even photographed a diamond painting that I need to put on a blank canvas, and it has made it so much easier than me consulting a printout of the colors right next to me, for working effectively from a paper chart. It has made it so much more easy to click and highlight the colors that I'm doing and mirror that onto my 10 by 10 on my diamond painting, and it's just amazing. So I also have a diamond painting that I have converted. It is a moment in time. It is a picture of a toddler in a pair of denim overalls, blonde hair, reminds me perfectly of Sophie. So that was a diamond painting conversion that I bought. So I bought the canvas and I bought the diamonds, and because I own the pattern, because I bought the pattern, I may also look at doing it in floss, and I don't know, maybe comparing it, but I'm talking years. Like, I work full time. I don't even know. And I got a mini, of course, in the diamond painting, because you probably would struggle to do a diamond painting not in mini. So if you want to do a diamond conversion for drills, mini is the way to go for those. So that's just that pointer there. Yeah, and there is a diamond, there is a diamond painting Heaven and Earth design group. All of the files that you need to learn how to convert this pattern into a diamond painting, to know your drills, all of that kind of thing. There's links to the spreadsheet that does all the calculations for you, and you basically just putting in stitches into one of the columns and it goes bang, and it tells you how many drill bags you need of each. You could work it out, to be honest, probably. But it'll tell you how many drill bags that you need, and then you can order your drills from wherever the heck you want to order your drills. So there's Brandy Cooper over in the States got drills. No, hang on, she is. Yeah, I think she might be got drills USA. Something like that. In Australia, I have used Stitches to Stones. They do ship worldwide. Stitches to Stones are pretty good. Michelle does have diamond painting canvases that you can get. You can print the canvas, but then you have to source your own drills. So there is that benefit. So it's actually on the canvas rather than a blank canvas. But I ordered a blank canvas as a custom. And because I was buying so many drills from Nicole on Stitches to Stones, you get a discount as well. You send her an email saying, hey, I've got this order, and she'll give you a discount code so that you get some like 20% off buying bulk, effectively. And then you get your drills out in the little packets. It's a pain in the ass, but it's the little packets, the 200s. But yeah, it's one way of doing a heaven and earth design in your lifetime. Because, yeah, I was honestly scared when I got back into stitching at the age of 47, thinking, am I actually going to be able to do a heaven and earth design before I pop my clogs? Yeah. I look at people who are doing full coverage and it's like, oh my goodness. But the plan is for this is to do tent stitch. So I'm hoping it will be, well, progress, albeit slowly. I mean, look, if I could get 300 stitches a week. I mean, it's going to take me a long time, but if I could get 300 stitches, that's probably doable. Like on a Wednesday night, I do my peppermint purple, and that's just the black work, so that's quick. I could potentially stick in another 50 into this, and if I was just to dribble it that way, or even 50 stitches a day as a goal, it's not necessarily unfeasible to do 50 stitches. I mean, it might still take half an hour to an hour. But sitting down on the couch, if I'm not kind of zonked at the end of a work day and heading to bed by 10, lately I've been staying up till after 11. So, and because I've got the light over my shoulder, it's easier to see. I'm not kind of battling daylight or anything like that. So, yeah, and it's a kind of, I don't know, something quite cathartic about stitching, because I'm doing it on the couch as well, just winding down, TV is on, or I'm watching YouTube or listening to YouTube even. Yeah, that's just kind of the habit. So yeah, look, I've talked your ear off. It's been a bit of a, you know, a vloggy kind of heaven and earth design reveal. So yeah, I'm gonna need a decent project bag. I do actually have a woman who can make me a project bag locally. But I need to get down and find my African fabric with which to make this, because it would be awesome to get my tie-dye back in use. But I think it's downstairs, and that's going to take a bit of getting to. Yeah. So, yeah. For now, it might go into one of the plastic bags that I'm going to reuse from last year. Just because AliExpress are still on holidays, and it's still going to take weeks to get to me, so that's the plan with that. Alright, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have a HappyHippoFinds, if you have a heaven and earth design. Have you got one? Have you got more than one? What's your favourite one? And yeah, go check out the website. Have fun. See you in a couple of months. If you do that. Bye. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.